All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Ascendance of a Bookworm, Season 1, Episode 7. All right, deal fell for it. The Thunder Cross All-in-One Shampoo Attack.
Whoa!
It combines the benefits of shampoo and conditioner simultaneously.
Oh my god, the 2-in-1?
Yes, indeed.
A 2-in-1
It's
for all?
unstoppable.
Completely unblockable.
Right. No one can resist.
But everyone wants a piece, you know.
Yes. Yes, they do.
Yes, they do. Mm-hmm. And, you know...
Auto.
If you get a piece, you get to score. That's all I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
it is a score.
I'm sure those two lovebirds had a lot of fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I wonder where... never mind. No. So, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this.
本の鐘にギルベルタ商会。ギルベルタ商会ってどこにあるんですか？
俺の家の1階だ。
お父さんの？じゃあ可愛い妹を手放したがらない兄って。ってことはベンノさんとオットーさんって義理の兄弟？
正解。
完全に騙されたよ。ルッツ。今日は騙されないようにしようね。
昼飯食べるだけじゃ。
Nope.
No.
We must be shrewd.
Don't let them seize the means of production.
お店はすごく清潔だし、接客も丁寧で、立ち居振る舞いも上品だもん。お金持ちや貴族様を相手に商売してるんじゃ。
Which means each item is very expensive, yeah.
Yep, don't break anything.
High margins.
融通したとオットーから聞いた。しかも紙に艶を出す液と引き換えにしたそうだな。
Oh.
簡易チャンリンシャンですか？はい。何か問題がありましたか？
What's the issue?
大ありだ。君はまず俺に相談する。
You are all the way over here, though.
君たちが作ろうとしている植物の紙が使い物になれば、二人はこの店の見習いとして採用される。そして紙はここギルベルタ商会で取り扱う商品となる。だから君が一番に相談する相手は。
You have to pay for that privilege.
すみません。雇い主であるペンノさんのメンツを傷つける行為だったんですね。これからは気をつけます。
何をしているんだ？
まずい。ここでは。
What are you doing? Yeah.
わかりました。
わかればいい。では、
To defeat
ここからは商談だ。
Everything. Okay.
But that's also how you can maybe learn how it's done.
Yeah.
That is fair.
Capital. Right. Here's my offer.
Right. No.
He's like, wait, where did you learn that?
Yeah, right.
He's like, holy shit.
Right. Okay.
That's not bad.
But
Yeah. Let's define the details here. Oh, you've been looking into everything here. Wow. Yeah,
he wants this.
How long? Good duration as well.
Okay.
Ooh. You'll get 10% royalties forever.
Profits, though.
Whoa. Yeah, he's like, what's that? Right. Good stuff. Wait, she's so smart.
私はこれで終わりだ。発注書を書いておけ。
でもどうやって書けば。
失礼し。
You about to get some paper.
マルクです。お話は旦那様から伺っております。
それから私はマルクさんに発注書の書き方を教わり、 ルッツは字を書く練習をし
Good. He's
Okay.
learning to write. That's awesome.
気も使わずに計算をするとは
Oh.
実に興味深い。
Nice.
私実は計算機使えないんです。
Oh, he's feeling so intimidated. Like,
Yeah.
like she's a world away from me and all this
Right.
stuff.
He didn't realize that like she could do all this stuff, but then also that it's valued in this space.
マルク、契約魔術の準備を頼む。
What?
Oh.
契約魔術
Oh, magic is.
魔術って言ったよね。
So
Wait.
it like binds the contracts. You have to fulfill them or something.
That's pretty crazy.
魔力は知っての通り、貴族だけが持
Oh, here it
Really
is.
本ばかりか魔力まで。お貴族様め。
つ。
Bullshit.
契約
Yeah.
魔術は、もともと横暴な貴族に対して、
Okay.
I like this. I like this.
You might actually not know about it. Like, you might think that he's
契約者の同意なしに解約できなくなる。
Damn.
okay.
これが
This is
契約魔
cool.
術に使われる紙と特殊なインク。
And you need probably magic imbued mana ink and stuff.
高価なものなので、よほどの利益が見込める契約でなければ使われません。
じゃあ簡易チャンリーションは
Uh-huh.
安売りしすぎたよ。
Well, you didn't say what the price would be.
作る。また作る相手を決める権威をマインが、紙を売る権利をルッツが持つこと。値段や利益に関する権利は二人とも有しないこと。
Whoa,
二
cool.
人とも問題ないか。
Yeah. Nice and simple. I'm not seeing any immediate loopholes.
Deciding the profits could be a problem, but I was gonna say they should have their parents here for this, but it probably wouldn't matter because they wouldn't. This is a whole different world.
ジョーちゃんたちの番だ。
こんなの無理。
マイン契約するんだろ
I have 2 hit points.
出せ俺がやる
Yeah, it shouldn't feel that bad. Whoa. Holy shit.
Okay.
あとは紙を作るだけだね。
It's walking pretty far away.
ねえルッツ、どうしたの？ルッツ、
You become like the merchants my dad maybe warned me about, or
お前さマインだよな
Oh, it's even bigger. Oh no.
ルッツには私がマイン以外に見えるってこと？
あ悪い変なこと言った難しいこと話すマインにちょっとびっくりした
Yeah. You scared him.
その時ルッツはマインじゃない私をどうするんだろう。ルッツ。
Well, that
Okay.
sucks.
Yeah.
おかえり。遅かったのね。ベンノさんのところで
Oh, wait. It's happening here too.
旗の準備しなきゃ。
Yeah.
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 Is this gonna break my heart?
マインはどこだマインを返せ
誰か助けて。
お前は誰だ？
Dream.
マイン？怖い夢でも見たの？
Oh.
もう平気。
Because we didn't see her go to bed, like
Yeah. I gotta
Yeah.
say though that I love how they used the "could you go out and get water" as like the tell that it's a dream because
they would never ask her to do that.
right.
Right.
消えてなくなればいい。いつそうなっても後悔しないように、今は紙作りに全力を尽くそう。
Whoa.
All right.
俺森に行くから ベンノさんのところへは行けないや。
わかった。ルッツがいない間に大人とのやりとりすればこれ以上怪しまれないもんね。
Yeah, I don't know how to take that, because on the
Yeah.
one hand it seems like a good thing, but then also...
道具を置いておくための作業場って貸してもらえますか？
作業場ですか。旦那様に交渉してみましょう。条件はありますか？
森に行くことが多いので南門に近い方がいいです。
わかりました。探してみましょう。
Dang.
He goes, I'll kill you. I'll make an offer. In cash.
あれですね。
Oh. Oh.
マインさん
Oh, shit.
Dang, this is a good episode. Like, a lot is happening.
Yep.
あれここどこ？
マインちゃん、気がついたのね。
起きたか、ジョーちゃん。突然倒れたと聞いて寿命が縮んだぞ。
Yeah. I'm sure.
大変申し訳ありませんでした。
What are you doing? Yeah, yeah.
なんだ、それは。
土下座です。その誠意を示すための謝罪方法です。
オットーから体が弱いと聞いていたが、ここまでとは思わなくて。
Yeah. Are we gonna tell her?
熱はもう下がったな。
はい、もう収まりました。
今日は
Weird.
もう帰れ。
でもまだやることが。
No.
お前は
You're talking to an adult. You're a
Right.
child. Go home.
Yep.
今後一人で店に来るのは禁止だ。
Whoa.
必ず坊主と一緒に来い。記憶力があるならきっちり覚えろ。
覚えましたあいたたたた。こうして私は強制的に家に
Yeah, because that would have been real bad if you collapsed like that and you were by yourself.
Yeah.
また寝込んだ。
Okay.
あのジョーちゃん、やはり見食いかもしれないな。
Dang.
それこの間も言ってたけど
Yeah, let's get into it.
Okay.
魔力を持って生まれた。
Okay, there it is. Yep.
魔力は貴族だけのものだろ。第一、そん
Not
な話
exact.
聞いたこともないぞ。
大抵は洗礼式まで持たないから世間。
Jeez.
洗礼式まで持たない。
Jeez.
ああ、魔力は成長するとともに増える。だが増えすぎるといずれ魔力に食
Okay,
われ
it's
て
just
死ぬ
that simple.
魔力が多いほど死ぬのも早い。
助かる方法はないのか。
体の中に溜まった魔力を放出できる。
Gotcha.
Okay.
So it's just a money thing again. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
班長が知ったら。
いいかマイン、今度無茶したら家から出さないからな。
わかったよ。ないと入店禁止って言われたの。
入店禁止？
it's kind of a, hey, you get what you deserve, you know? Like,
悔しかったんだ。計算もできて、大人とわけのわからない話をするのを見て。
Cool. I like that he came to this conclusion on his own.
ルッツ。
それで意地悪言った。悪かったな。
意地悪だったん
he's
だ。
he's just a good boy, you know? Golden retriever energy.
Yeah.
守りは
Alright.
最優先にしなければならないお前の仕事だ。お前にしかできない重要任務だと思え。いいな。
俺にしかできない？
そうだ。家族以外でお前の他にこん
This reckless lass. No. No.
Okay.
Wow. Wow. Yep.
Settle down. It does feel weird to be pampered when you're not
Right.
used to it.
Whoa.
Oh.
that's such a cool.
Shit.
That's such a cool thing.
I
didn't
love
even
that
notice
as a development. Yeah, that was.
That's.
Wow.
Oh
man. Oh man.
I am loving the way that this show is taking this so seriously. Okay.
All right.
Drama.
This is
Drama.
a good episode.
This is a really good episode. We had really solid drama, personal conflict, because Lutz is like, who are you?
Yeah.
At this point, I'm sorry. I'm a kid. Yeah.
Right.
But that's the simplest question. It cuts straight to the heart of it. I don't know you. When I saw you talking with them as an equal and saying words that were big and everything, it scared me.
Because
I don't know who that is, and he's probably been feeling it for a long time, but now he's got the like, no, I'm pretty sure now.
Yeah, and it would make sense that it wouldn't have happened until now, because most of the time when she's doing the more complicated stuff, that's with Otto.
With Otto and closed doors, he's not there.
Yep, exactly. And so, when she's hanging out with Lutz, it's
they're doing crafts.
We're doing crafts. I want to make a thing.
Yeah. It's experimentation. Right. And it's playing in the forest,
and he's stronger and she's got the ideas, it's like...
It's not that ridiculous. Right. There's probably that part of him that's like, wait, this doesn't feel like who mine was a year ago.
But when she starts talking about collateral and also, like, even more so than just the vocabulary, that's the more like...
She was doing the math. She was doing all the...
Yeah, I mean, but even that aside... The negotiations.
Right.
Like, that's...
Yeah.
Huh?
Because he can see not just how Mind looks with this, but he can say the way Benno is, like, responding to this, and he's like, wait a minute.
This is not normal. This is, like... Right. He's not treating her the same way he treats me.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I'm being treated like a kid. She's not being treated like a kid. What's going on?
And also, in some ways... Mine was maybe starting to treat him a little bit like a kid, too.
Maybe, yeah. Because it's I know what to do here, follow my lead, Yeah.
And in some ways, because he doesn't have that much complicated nuance that he's thinking about as a kid, he's only seeing the simple things.
Right.
Which makes it probably even more stark of a contrast. Because he's not seeing it as some gradual thing. He's just like...
There's that part of me that because they're kids, right, and because everything's so simple for them, I want her to tell him, right? I want her to tell him and be like, hey, so...
How do you do that? That's scared? That's terrifying.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm another person that's puppeting your...
Right. I don't know what happened. All of a sudden, I was sick, and then I woke up, and I looked like this, and I was here, and...
So you're not mine. Yeah. Maybe she doesn't say all the details and stuff,
like
but
we
then
could,
it's like...
Like, I'm thinking of the, like, I could be your family, kind of, like...
Sure.
Like,
sure.
I might not be hurt, but I am your friend.
Right, right.
Like, that would absolutely break my heart. But yeah. So this was...
they're setting up some good stuff here.
Yes.
I love also the detail of a, future Mind that's looking at this with, omniscient, kind of perspective.
So
here.
we can get those little bits,
those little things of the thing that she would never have thought about or noticed, but
he didn't call me mine anymore.
Stopped calling her mine from that day onward. That's a promise. That's
like, oh man, that's brutal.
That's brutal. Now it could be also a very needless kind of thing to dramatize things if in 2 episodes she tells him. And then she ends up calling her a different name.
Yeah, exactly, right? Like, Yep.
It also could be just so dramatic in that by the next episode, he's like, hey, once I become an apprentice here, I don't think I want to be your friend anymore.
Right, or just...
You've been lying to me. You've been holding...
Or even just, they aren't really able to be friends anymore because maybe the work pulls them in different directions, and so he's doing his stuff and she's doing her stuff, and that's just how it is now. If it gets any more complicated, like, if he's a merchant selling paper, sure, but, like, are you actually going to be able to sell all her stuff?
Oh, my gosh.
Like, this is...
This is a big development.
I really like this because it's something where, with how cozy this show is, right? Where it's like, and if you're not as familiar with like cozy books or things like that, there's generally no actual danger, not really, right?
No, not
and
really. So the conflict has to be a very unique kind of conflict.
Yeah, right, and one that doesn't like hit too hard or be too scary or things like that.
Right.
But this is a great way to do it because this is actual.
It's a threat to the comfiness.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And that's where I feel like the comfy stories have the best conflicts, because it's the comfiness itself is being threatened.
Right.
And so then the conflict also ties in with the plot really well. And so I think this is really great. I'm very invested. I want to see how this goes. And it puts me also in this catch-22 where I feel like the more she ascends, the more she succeeds, the more they'll get pulled apart.
Well,
we don't see him in the present.
Well, we also know this kind of has to be the case, because in the library area with the high priest and what have you,
he's not there.
He's not there. Well, also her family's not there.
Yep. So like, with the whole idea of apprenticeship, yes, it's totally possible that it's just she's still. Like,
she's still connected to them, but she's she's doing the citizen thing of being like, I'm going to be
when you
useful.
turn 7, you go away to learn your trade, right? And so you don't see your family that much
for a few years, maybe. Even.
Right, yeah. But we don't know, right? There's no hard confirmations, but we get enough confirmations, like with the name thing, that it's like, okay, all right, kind of buckle up, but then also let's see exactly how.
But also, goes. She's succeeding. She's succeeding very well.
Yep.
Let's go over the accomplishments really quickly here. Benno has now basically set up a magical contract through which they're sealed with blood on their signatures. The 3 of them, mind you. Not just mine. Not just, Benno.
Yeah, there wasn't anything that mentioned what breach of contract means.
Well, I think it's that they literally cannot do it.
Sure.
There'll be some law of magic that will just like, can you imagine? Won't be able to speak or something,
I don't think this show would do this because it's not this kind of tone by far, right? But like some Code Geass style thing of just, I will always sell your inventions.
I mean, maybe.
Maybe.
Or it's just a thing of where you try to breach contract and you feel like, and then your body gets sapped of energy and you just fall unconscious.
Yeah, we get into some Silmarillion type shit.
Right. You invoked true names.
Right, stuff. The curse of, the Oath of Fëanor, starts to rear its ugly head, yeah.
This could be that kind of show.
Could. And yet, that's also like a big development, not just in the plot sense, but in the world building sense, because now we know, okay, magic is a thing.
People know about it.
People know about it. It's a thing for the nobility. Makes sense.
Right. But the reason why that is primarily because they're rich enough to have the magic items to save their kids from dying as they draw mana, or as they basically utilize their mana subconsciously in a way that would typically cause their body harm, but because they're able to draw out the excess mana.
Yeah.
It's almost like, okay, I'm getting the vibe that maybe I've been viewing this wrong, but there's some JRPGs that use this type of mana kind of accumulation thing, where it's you're drawing mana from another dimension, right?
Okay.
And your body is filling with it. But as you are overflowing with mana, that's it forcibly leaking out. And that leaking out process is painful, it hurts, it saps your energy, and that is what's killing them.
Right.
So it's the whole thing of, well, the more mana you have, it's not the max mana you have, it's more the rate at which you're drawing mana, then it's now the pain and the energy sapping is even worse.
Sure.
So we have a very clear, simple answer to our theories. It's mostly just, if you have the money to have the magic items that can necessarily bring you into that realm of mages or what have you, you're fine. But if not, if you're a commoner, which is why the idea of magic is only for the nobility happens, well then your kids just fucking die.
Right.
That's brutal. What a world.
That is...
Like, it's giving me some ideas from a creative standpoint.
Absolutely. But then also, the idea that, like, effectively, the magic items that they have, or the magic that they use, maybe that's where it's powered from. It's if you do have magic and you have some way to use it and you use it on your day-to-day basis, cool. Sure. But in order to make sure that it's fully regulated, you need your, like, home solar power supply or whatever, right? then you like feed into it, and then eventually you sell that back to the grid, right? That they use to make magic items and things, and the ink and the whatever, right? They take it and it's like, all right, cool, we got these batteries, and so now
I give you a home in the North District. You give me the magical essence of your firstborn.
Right. There was a part of me that was like, wait, is this going to go into a direction where Benno's like, these magic items are very expensive. I can give them to you, but we're going to need another contract. You know, right? And then it's the, like, oh, shit. Like, you know.
You will owe me, you know, money for the next probably about 5 years. But during those 5 years... Yeah, you'll probably be able to pay it off. You can pay it off even sooner if your stuff sells really well.
Right, and you'll be able to build up enough so that way you can afford it. You're on your own next time.
Right, I will have full ownership of you or like something.
This could get all kinds of crazy, and yet I trust Dio.
Like, I trust
feels
him
weird
kind
to
of,
say, but
I think he's genuinely excited about the idea of her growing up. Having tons of ideas and them just working together because he's gonna win either way.
Right,
but. The worst thing that could happen is that she dies in 2 weeks because she gets overexhausted here,
Yeah, like because
ultimately she's still a kid,
She is still a kid.
Yeah.
I trust Otto. And so the fact that he's his brother-in-law and their dynamic seems to be just fine.
It seems to be pretty good.
Yeah, it seems to be pretty good. I get the feeling that
Benno's a little bit more like aware of things, a little bit more influential, obviously.
Right, of course. But I feel like it's something where I feel like I can infer as a result of that that Benno has a pretty good handle on how to do business in a way that doesn't damage relationships.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so as a result of that, I'm not too worried about, the dynamic with him in mind.
No.
But
it seems like the conflict, the antagonist in this is just the world itself rigging things against the poor and those that are underprivileged.
Right.
And that's a great set of conflicts there because then every single bit of progress that Mind makes is a win against the antagonist.
Oh,
this world.
And we could still have some crazy, information stuff happening where maybe we realize that maybe the devices to, absorb the energy and all that stuff, maybe they're not actually that, difficult to make. But because it's such a monopoly and, the demand is infinite, the nobility are just like, we make more money if we make it really expensive because the whales outweigh the fish, right?
Yep.
And then it's just like, there'll be, one in 50 children will die,
Right. Artificial,
inflation of the price.
Yeah. For the purpose of control. I do like the idea, though, that magic is just a thing that's commonly used at the wealthy level. Like the mid to high wealthy level, it's not a big secret.
Yep.
Because I think there was some world building problems that I was even in my theories running into as I was trying to explain what the devouring was and all this. So it's more that people that have magic and can control it are themselves probably pretty rare.
Yeah.
Still, because the nobility are not the masses. They are still probably the 1 in 100.
If
probably.
that, yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying, as far as the societal commentary goes, they are the 1%. Like it's the it's the haves and the have-nots, basically. Yeah.
Right. But
and it keeps winning in their favor by the nature of humanity's progress.
Oh no, yeah. When you have magic and the rest of the world doesn't, I mean.
Well, also the idea that there's actual just people that have magic just automatically dying before the age of 7, that's population control.
Sure. Yep. It's wild. What it is.
Is wildly dark to the idea that they know that these kids are dying, and it's like fuck them.
Well, money makes the world go around, and we just.
But there's no mage out there. No mage out there that's secretly trying to go and help people. Which means the devouring is probably pretty rare.
Well, this is one of the things.
Maybe it doesn't happen as often.
So this is one of the things I wanted to bring up once the whole idea of hey, you don't actually want to be a traveling merchant thing got brought up, which totally makes sense, right? I like what that says
logic of that.
For the society that they have and everything because it's very well ordered and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But usually when I think of a story where it's hey, you live in this area and this is how it is and you're discouraged from leaving.
Yeah.
What's it like when you leave? Maybe there are mages out there that are like, oh, no, I have to just do magic for the first hour every day, and I've done that to survive.
Right. If I don't do that,
I'll
eventually just get sick, you know.
Right, exactly. Yeah, and I miss a few days, and then I start to get sick, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I need to take care of this, you know, like, but they just learn to live with it or something, right? Like, that could totally be a thing.
Hold on, I gotta rub one out, you know.
I didn't want to make the Dojin comparisons,
magical blue balls, you know.
Right. No, you don't understand. I need to do it at least 8 times a day.
We need to mana transfer, you know.
Yeah. But then that could also maybe be the reason why those people wouldn't be in the cities, because maybe it's magic that is on a scale where it's like, no, you actually kind of want to be in the wilderness, maybe, you know? But
possibly.
Yeah, lots of fun stuff here. New direction for the story. I'm into it. And if we end up having something happen where her family has a similar reaction to Lutz of like, okay.
I'm so glad that was all a dream.
Yeah, like that
the
was
way in which she was like, I actually have to go prep something, and there I was
right,
like,
and mom's like, who are you? You know, like, like I'm like, oh god, oh no, this is bad. This is real bad.
Yeah.
But
it's still so early,
right?
As far as the story goes, like we've progressed like very little as far as like the overall like scope of time that we've gone through.
This very much felt like kind of the shot across the bow, you know, of the creator being like, hey, so, you know, I know it's been real cute and fluffy and all that stuff. Right.
You want to see how I do drama?
But if I wanted to, I could hurt you. It's like,
hey, don't do that. Hang on now.
Yeah, well, first off, where is that coming from?
Right.
Second, no.
No, we have a good thing going here. Like,
why would you do that?
This is so nice and sweet.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. But yeah, mine also trying to wrestle with the different ways in which everybody's trying to protect her. I feel like it's also another way that it circles back around to being heartwarming, is that this is a story about somebody that maybe it's just me, but I got the read a little bit that she was kind of a loner, and she was a little bit of not necessarily like a literal shut-in or anything like that.
And you're talking about
the actual person.
The actual person.
Yeah. Like she's really awkward around like boys and stuff. Like the idea of just feeling a little bit, you know, socially awkward and stuff. But now she's got all this confidence because she's excited about seeing progress happen. The idea of then having a whole bunch of people just doting on her and being like, hey, you know, obviously we're a little bit controlling. But you know, we're actually like really wanting to look out for you. Obviously, we got to be careful and make sure nobody's trying to use you in any way here.
And maybe some of us are absolutely trying to use you, but that doesn't mean we don't care about you.
Right. But I like that as a conflict point that gets circled back to consistently, is that, hey, the body you circled into is frail.
Yeah.
That might never change. That might be
you might always be dependent on other people.
Right, but I don't think that's a bad thing.
Right.
I think that that's actually something that feels like it could be a really fun thing for her to explore emotionally.
Yes.
As she accumulates knowledge, as she accumulates influence, as she literally ascends, is that she's still going to be the person who would naturally be a bookworm because she has to lie down and sit there and recover.
It does.
Be it from magic, you know, a sickness, her physical body just being tired, and you know, I think that's really fun. I would understand how you could build a massive ensemble cast around this character.
Yes. Yeah. It feels like, on the thing of the like always potentially depending on other people, it feels like a really fun insight into the true wish fulfillment fantasy of the bookworm.
Sure.
Right? It doesn't have to be about the I have all this stuff, right? It's sort of the that joke about like with the whole D&D thing of yes, the fantasy of, you know, 8 hours of rest every night, you know, a fulfilling job that pays well, and you know, you're hanging out with your friends all the time, right? Like, you know,
in this it's more the people want to know about that weird obscure book that you read, and most people are like, yeah, whatever, cool, I'm glad you know your cool facts or whatever.
And when you're like, oh man, I'm actually really struggling in this other area, the people are there to help you out because they care about you, you know, like that, like more fundamental emotional needs kind of a thing, on top of the let's get you your library with 10 million books and, you know, all of that stuff.
But for now, workshop.
Right.
You will be making little taxi journeys from there to, you know, Roberta's or something.
Something like that.
Yeah. But the idea that, okay, That's your base now. We have a new base.
Yep.
That's going to be fun. So let's fill it out. Let's furnish it. Let's decorate. Let's get it all gutted up and everything. And that will be the first stage of your ascension is actual property you own. I mean, maybe it's technically going to be owned by the company.
Yeah, but
eventually. But eventually, you know, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he's going to make so much money off of this shampoo.
I mean, he's gonna have to find that fun kind of point where he's like, so okay, I can't just sell it to the nobility,
right?
Because what will happen is mine will see that, and then she'll be like, oh, you're introducing artificial scarcity to raise the price by having it go to them there, and then they're gonna all be the nobility walking around and be like, oh, yes, it's so luscious. I could kill your entire market.
Sure.
Do you know that, like, that little...
The contract didn't say I couldn't tell anyone else how to make it.
You own the recipe. Sure, sure. But I also know what it is.
Yeah.
I could just make other people have it. And then the nobles see some commoner walking around with it. And, oh, no! What a nightmare they have!
Let's be real. The myth... there was a line that I heard, and it was brilliant, and I'm probably going to butcher it, but it was that... Why do you think that the rich hate poor people? They love poor people. It's the poor people that keep making them rich.
Oh,
you know,
fuck.
like so.
I don't remember the quote, but
well, but like you've heard that before, right? And so, in a lot of ways, no, it makes total sense that he would sell it to the commoners, and just make it be that affordable luxury. Right, they like the. I know.
I know exactly how much you're willing to spend on.
Right,
this.
exactly.
Oh, that's so evil. Yeah.
It's just good business.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, but it's just. I mean, it is a thing that is not necessary.
Right, like it's easy to. Well, and it's
We're
also
not talking like food and water here, but they do it with food and water too.
Well,
that's the fucked up thing.
Well, but also it's like, assuming you're not going into like gouging and all that stuff, right?
Right.
It's easy to be like, oh, that's so evil, but like that's also literally how price is determined.
No,
how much will people pay for it?
Totally,
if it goes past that, we won't pay for it, and then it goes back down.
No, totally. I totally get that there. I'm talking about this because this is a literal like societal advancement for these people.
Exactly. Right. Yeah. And yes, it would definitely feel very different if it's like, I don't know, medicine or like
food.
Soap. Right, like that. Like
life
it's a form
expectancy
of
will literally go up if some of these things are brought in.
Right.
Yeah, but
like even just the hairpins, he's gonna be like, those will be a a low price item. I'll be able to. Everyone will be wearing those.
Yeah. But yeah, there are nobles out there that are aware that people die from this thing called the devouring. And all it would take is for someone to go around just giving of their goodwill the time of using their magic item, which I think is really important.
It might have a limited battery capacity.
No. I think what's very important to bring forth here is the idea that if I can move my mana into a magic item, right?
Then why couldn't you take the mana out of the magic item?
Well, yes, because at some point you have to cast magic. What does the magic casting cost? Mana.
Well, ostensibly that could just be, all right, cast that before you put your mana for the day into the magic item.
Right. But here's where the magic is a breaking economy system thing, is that magic creates the opportunity for you to make time out of something that would have cost you more time, right?
Sure.
So the reason why these wealthy people probably don't do this is that they've just stored all these magic items full with mana, and they're like, in case that one time that we actually will need it, then it's all right there and it's available. Yes.
Oh,
gotcha. So the magic items are full; they're not able to be used or what have you, or maybe they have to maybe they have a natural rate of stuff.
Or they do, and it's like the books thing. Yeah, we just. These personal collections, that's because we have the magic.
Right.
Help us make more shit,
Right. So then it's if we went around and did that, one, there'd be magicians that would be out of our control. Then
right.
That's a whole problem there. Or it's
Yeah.
That's just a lot of time and effort.
Right. It'll be interesting to see how this goes because the ability to transfer magical power is actually like kind of one of the most
busted.
Like fundamentally changes your system.
Yep.
Like things that you could have in there.
Right.
And that's why I feel like a lot of the time stories will just go for you have a unique, cool, special power that you can do, right? Because if you go into the like that side of things, then it's like you have magical electricity.
Yes.
What are you going to do with magical electricity?
Yeah.
Right? Like
build a bigger storage thing.
Right.
Like more magic electricity.
You're going to get a lot of magical electric engineers, you know, right? Like shit is going to get wild, you know. But yeah.
People creating their own ley lines like around the country and stuff.
Of course.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you? Right? Like, yeah. You know, if
every house will have a computer, but it's it's just a thing that just it's a little jewel thing that you just tap it and the holographic stuff comes up and it's just like, okay.
If an economy is just the movement of goods and services, if magic is one of those things that can just move, like
madness, I tell you, madness.
Yeah.
But all right, y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the doobly-doos links over all here. Check out our full-length timer reactions there with our Patreon, and any level support there gets you access to our Discord, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general, and also be sure to check out our Twitch channel. So yeah, if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all
next time.